with Tree Talk, meaning Tree Talk with Don's Tree Service and our amazing team. So I actually got to change that name because it's Tree Talk with Donnie and Megan. But you know what? We're doing the whole team. Why? Because we have an amazing team and we are obviously here to serve. But our goal is to get to know you a little bit better, give you the opportunity to get to know us and why we do what we do and why we love what we do and understand that our goal is to be of service in the community. If you're not familiar with our company, the name of our company is Don. Our building Augusta also, so really excited about that. And we've also expanded into Gainesville. So just really happy to take this time to get to know you. But the big thing that we want to do right now is answer a few burning questions. So that you can get to know our team a little bit better, I've actually asked them to come up with some of the questions that they've asked a lot, like things that customers ask us about or situations that they run into. But I'm gonna let them explain that. And once again, this is your opportunity to get to know our people. They'll tell you their name and, you know, a little bit about themselves and what that burning question or one of the questions they get asked a lot from our clients.
Do you want the planting, replanting? Okay, so today we get to be special guests on the Donnie and Megan show.
It is not Donnie
It is
and
the
Megan,
Donnie and Megan show. There's
team.
nothing wrong with the Donnie and Megan show. We get to be special guests. It's amazing. So here's one of the biggest questions that I've been getting asked lately. I've had people say, hey, I want to plant this or I want to move this tree over here. They have a beautiful little shrub or Japanese maple or something of that nature. Planting versus replanting. Planting, this is an amazing time to do that. Imagine you've got a toddler and you want to lay him down to bed and it's going to be wonderful. He's going to have a great nap and he's going to get up refreshed and feeling great. Fantastic, no problem. Now you take that toddler who's resting and you pick him up and you move him and you put him down somewhere else. Now, if that toddler's resting, you pick him up and move him, you can plant him somewhere else when he's resting. Right now, excuse me, I got clients calling me, but right now, these toddlers are alive, they're awake, they're colorful, they're vibrant. And in all these trees, if you try to move them now and put them down for a nap, they are not gonna dig it. They're not gonna have a good time. So right now, this is the time of year you can plant. But replanting, we want to do in the fall or the winter, things like that. So I'm going to go take this call because it's really important. But you have a good one. And this is my guy, the next guy, he's the real smart one. So pay attention to him.
And if you didn't catch that, that's Jeremy. When he finishes with that client, he'll probably come back and tell you a little bit about himself. Now you're going to get a chance to meet Diego. And he's just such an awesome guy, such a great addition to our team. He's been with us for a while now. And he's fastly becoming somebody that is the go-to person in our company. He's such an expert, so smart and gifted. But I'll let him explain one of the questions he gets asked a lot.
Hey, how are you guys doing? Good morning. Good morning. One of the questions that I do get asked, not a lot, but I think is very important, is trying to do a lot of root control. They always ask me if we can cut off roots or do certain type of works with the roots, and usually my answer to that is a very stern or a very stern no. There are percentages that you could trim off of roots, but you always want to avoid any type of root trimming. That's my recommendation because you never know what you're gonna do down there might affect the top. So yeah. That's
Awesome.
about
And
it.
you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Diego?
Oh yeah, I grew up here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I worked in a restaurant for about 6 years, and then I moved here to Don's Tree Service, and I've been here for about 2 years. 2 years
Yeah,
now. Yeah, 2 years. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. And we're happy to have him. He's so awesome. And Megan is busy doing our board right now, but I'm going to have her take a break from that and also answer any questions that she might. Well, hello, Rio. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for watching. And yes, we are definitely wanting to do a good job with the interview, but it's more like just getting a chance to talk to you. We really appreciate that. Ashley, hi. Thank you for joining in. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And Me Plays Fortnite. Thank you. Magnet Christ. Thank you. Okay, that's interesting that that's what you're doing. Thank you for sharing that. But I'll let Megan answer a question that she gets asked.
Well, good morning, everybody. My name's Megan, and I actually want to go to a very specific question I've gotten asked a couple of times, and it's planting magnolias close to your house. So yes, they're pretty trees. Yes, they're very fun to climb. I might know that from experience. But you do not want to put these trees close to your house because their roots will tear up your foundation. And especially if you have a magnolia in your front yard, they have very extensive and aggressive root systems. So if you have like a septic tank close to your house, if you have water lines close to your house in your front yard, you don't generally want a magnolia because they will just tear it up and they'll go into your septic tank because they'll feel all the nutrients in the ground and they will actually break into your septic tank or they'll pick up your foundation. So avoid magnolias in your front yard. But
Or too close to the house.
Hey y'all, and no, I am not married. That was one of the questions.
She's my daughter, okay?
Yeah. But I hope you guys are doing well. I say hello, Ice Raven. Good to see you. Good to see you. And
Did somebody really who asked you, are you married? Magnetic Crest. She's not married, but I'm a very protective mommy. But thank you for asking. She is beautiful, though. Yeah. But to be clear, because I like what you were saying about we don't want the magnolia too close to the house. It's not so bad for it to be in the front yard as long as you don't have a situation with pipes.
Yeah.
Or if it's far away, if you have a very big front yard, and that way it's not up against the house. So that was a great one. That was really good job, Megan. Well, Jeremy is back, and we're just gonna get a chance to know him a little bit better, and then we'll wrap up. But thank you guys for chiming in. We're trying to do this every Friday just to get to know you a little better. Logan, thank you also for chiming in. We appreciate that. And the red somebody said the red sweater is looking really good.
yeah, it's.
I think we're seeing who the star of this
hot.
show is.
Hot out. I'm
Yeah.
scared for July, y'all. I don't know what's gonna go
I
down.
don't think that's why they were saying you look good in the sweater, but okay.
You know, there are moments when I just really love being able to sit on the sidelines. It's really
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
You know, and what Megan was saying about magnolias, there are 3 trees that I really are just like my least favorite. And my mother loves the magnolia. That's why it stays in my front yard, because my mom said I love that magnolia and I love it.
And Mom knows
there-
best.
And mom wins. Period.
Yeah.
Mom wins. I get a vote, she gets the vote. We established that when I was like 5. It was great. But one of the things that I do know is when you are really looking to cultivate a yard, there's different things you want to do. Some people want to cultivate shade. Some people want to cultivate sunlight and really rich grass. Some people want to cultivate color. There's a lot of different things that we can do. And if we know what you want to do, we can help navigate how to make that happen. You figure out the what, we'll figure out the how. Don't worry about that. But the one of the things that I really love doing is making sure people can have the type of trees they want. Yeah. And I get a lot of people saying, well, what about this? What about that? And what Megan was talking about regarding the roots being able to impact your yard. Sweet gums. And you may have paid attention. Those little things, the little sticker balls that look like little COVID virus, those things I called them, when I was growing up, they were called gumballs. We'd use them in slingshots. If you were under 12 years old, you had a slingshot, bang, we got in all kinds of trouble. Most of the time we didn't get caught, but sometimes we did. If you were 12 years old and under, those trees were great. If you were anybody other than that, those were annoying. I had people slip, twist ankles, all kinds of stuff. And there was something that had to be cleaned up year round. It wasn't like you just rake up the leaves in the autumn. It was a year-round concern. Some people call them trash trees because they're just constantly dropping stuff and they don't really do anything to help. But those roots, those sweet gum roots can get this big or bigger and travel about 3 to 4 feet under the ground. Those are some of the biggest culprits of pavement displacement, cracking of sidewalks, destruction of retaining walls, things like that. So if you've got a sweet gum and you've got it near some of those things and you don't have any cracking, give us a call because we can help remove that tree. Because if we remove the tree, then we can grind the stump and those roots are no longer an issue. Now, on the converse side, if it is close to the house, like just say we've got a sweet gum within 6 feet of the house, if it's bigger than maybe 2 feet, we may cut the tree down, but we may not grind the stump. The reason of that is if you've got that much pressure and it hasn't cracked or done anything, if you've got that much pressure pushing against the foundation, the last thing you want us to do is grind that stump and kill that root, because if that pressure comes off the foundation, that could actually create a bigger problem. So there's times when to cut, there's times when not to cut, there's times when to trim, there's times when to grind a stump and not. The main thing is we want you to be educated. And if you know what you've got on your yard, you know what you've got on your property, we can help you make the best choices for the results that you want to have. You get the what, we'll figure out the how. And, we love being of service.
Yeah.
And I'm sure smart guy over here's got
Jeremy is great on camera,
I
isn't
actually
he?
want to harp on something that he said.
Yeah.
With the stump grinding, we are full service tree service, and we make sure to take care of your property. And something that we also want to help educate people on is that for stump grinding, if there's a tree right next to a tree that we cut down, and it's like, they're like this, you do not want to grind that stump, because if you grind the stump, it's gonna damage the roots of the alive tree next to the tree that was moved. So you can cut down the tree and it generally is not a problem. But if you grind the stumps, because we go 6 to 9 inches below grade, that becomes a problem because you're damaging the roots of the surrounding tree.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep that tree, you don't want to damage the roots, because the roots are the foundation for trees. Trees need their roots, and often the roots mirror the limb, like where the branches are, where the canopy is. But then they also go out a little bit further. And you'll see where if a tree is on a slope, or if you have a slope in your yard and there's a very clear path that water goes to usually, you'll see a lot more roots in that direction, because that tree is just trying to get as much water as possible.
Awesome.
Hi, Alton.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yes.
saw that comments.
There you go. More comments. Thank you guys so
Logan.
much. Thank you, Logan, for checking in. Thank you, Ice Raven, for checking in. We appreciate it. Janky Bistolo, I hope I said that right. I apologize. Thank you for checking in. Mir Vatago, thank you for checking in. We appreciate Ashley. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. And also, Diego, did you want to say anything else?
Get rid of your sweet gum. You don't want to clean up those gum balls. No, but they during dry seasons they're very susceptible for breakage.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's that too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yes.
get rid of your sweet gums.
Well, maybe not all your sweet guys. We're gonna be known as tree killers if we just say all of them.
gum.
Yes, sweet gum.
They cause so many problems.
Get rid,
Problems.
get rid of your sweet gums and we'll plant an oak tree for you, okay?
There you go.
Yeah, you see?
There we
Yeah.
go. I love that. I love that.
Yes, love oak.
Exactly. Well, guys, we're going to wrap it up. I just wanted to say thank you for checking in, for being here with us. If you do have questions about your trees or concerns about your trees, any one of us would love to come out and take care of you. You've got Jeremy, you've got Diego, you've got Megan, you got me, you've got Yori, and you also got Abdi. So next time we're recording, we'll make sure Yori and Abdi are here so you can get to know them too. Once again, I'm Donnie the Tree Lady. This is Tree Talk with our team, not just Donnie and Megan anymore.
still the Donnie and
Because
Megan
it is not. It
It's
is
the
not.
Donnie and Megan show.
We're changing it to the team. Okay, Tree Talk with the team. But anyway, we'll figure the name out. But thank you for joining us. You guys have a good one. And thanks once again for being here. And if you do need us, call us at 770-413-8733. That's 770-413-TREE. Exactly. Or hit us up here, on whatever Instagram. Well, actually, this is YouTube. But we'll get some Instagram and all that kind of stuff. I'm working on it. All right.